right, group 3, this is your set of cards. Let's see what you have here. The Law of Immortality. Fire Ant. Interesting. The Four of Cups. The Nine of Pentacles. And the Three of Wands. So, immediately right off the bat, I'm hearing the word legacy. There's something about a legacy that's really important this week. And I think is kind of like your main focus of the week. Opening a door for yourself. I think this reading has a lot to do with somebody's career. This week has a lot to do with somebody manifesting in relation to their career, because you have the fire ant. What do ants do all day? They hustle. They work. They're some of the strongest creatures on earth, right? They can carry things that are like 9 times their size. So some of you have been taking on a lot of extra work lately. You know, maybe you've been taking on extra hours. Maybe everybody's been flooding to you saying, you know, group 3 is always available when I need to cover for my shift, so I'm going to call them. So you may have people who call you this week to cover their shift or something like that. Keep in mind, guys, like if you are feeling stressed and if you're getting burnout, because I think for some of you, you could be prone to that, keep your boundaries in mind. You know what I mean? If you really can't do something for somebody, don't tell them yes. No is a perfectly good sentence on its own. But I feel like generally, like, there's something here that you're working on that's almost like a legacy. You know, time is only of the essence for your full expression. Like, whatever this particular thing is, maybe for some of you it's like an artistic piece. You know, maybe some of you are into music. Maybe you're building a business. But you're building something. Maybe it's a home. Maybe some of you guys are going to be building a home in like a place with a lot of desert. I'm also hearing something about going underground. Like some of you guys may be exploring a cavern this week. This could also be metaphorical. You could be going deep inside the self. And maybe targeting a specific trigger point or a pain point. Okay, somebody could be getting acupuncture this week. Somebody could be going to the chiropractor. There could be a specific pain point that you feel in your body. Maybe there's a sense of burning that somebody's feeling. I don't know. This feels like it has a lot to do with the muscles or with the joints. I don't necessarily feel like this has a lot to do with like the organs. Because the Nine of Pentacles is here, this gives me an energy of structure. Whatever the parts of the body that provide structure. It's the muscles, the bones. Somebody could be experiencing a pain in their bone, or a pain in their joints, or a pain in their muscles. And I feel like somebody here may be going to the chiropractor. They may be going to like a acupuncturist, a massage therapist to kind of get that pain out. For those of you who are looking for love, or you're kind of like, you've been in the market for some time, I see people flocking to you this week. There's maybe something that you're doing with this fire ant. If you notice, there's all this color here that's being emitted. Okay, I see this ground zero point as being you. And you're creating something, or you're doing something that is making a big splash. Okay, and it's really magnetizing people. Some of you may be growing an audience, all right? Some of you may have like a YouTube channel, or you may have like a TikTok, or a blog, or like just an Instagram page around like beauty and like hair and makeup and clothes. I'm seeing somebody doing clothing hauls. All right, maybe you're starting a clothing brand. I see people flocking to your clothing brand this week. Okay, maybe you're going to be making more sales. The biggest piece of advice that I can give you during this time is like, be mindful, guys. Like, some of you are on the path to bringing in a very large following. And I think some of you guys don't quite yet know what you're in for. Like if you have a platform and you're wanting to grow that platform, it's always great to, onboard more people into your community. But you need to make sure that you can keep track of all those people, all right? That you can monitor everything, especially if this is like a business, if this is like a store, keeping everything in order. Like, when people come by the flocks, all right? Seeing somebody making $9,000 a month with their business. Like, somebody may be touching money they've never seen before, and it comes through their business. And what I'm picking up here, you may own a candle business. There's something about like fire, or like maybe you make candles or something like that. But I feel as though with this fire ant energy and the Nine of Pentacles, it's giving me the vibe of somebody who isn't quite prepared for like all of the masses. I'm hearing the hordes, the masses of people that are flocking to you to consume your content, to buy your products, whatever. And I feel like it might become a little bit overwhelming. All right, so just keep that in mind, guys. Like, make sure that when this does happen, when you do have that initial boom, all right, I'm seeing somebody going viral. Like, somebody might go viral on TikTok, somebody might go viral on YouTube, viral on Instagram. Maybe somebody shouts you out. Somebody who has like 9 million followers may shout you out. Or something like that. There's just like a really large like migration to whatever it is that you're doing. I'm hearing, look over there. So like somebody here is promoting somebody else's work. They're saying, hey, look at this person's work. Hey, like, guys, go check out this person's channel. Hey, guys, go check out, this person's blog. Go check out their website. Some of you could be like getting a sponsorship this week with a company. Maybe you've been trying to get a sponsorship for a while. I see somebody getting a sponsorship here. But again, there's a really large focus on setting the tone for something that is going to be a legacy for you. All right, a handmade heaven. Somebody could hand make products. But when I say this, I mean it more so in a metaphorical sense. Hand making this legacy. You're putting your blood, sweat, and tears into this. All right. And some of you may have to hire other people, like assistants. You may have to hire people who can help you so that you have time to rest. Okay, because I'm telling you, like, some of you you might even work a job and have like a YouTube channel, or you may like work a job and like also do TikTok. Like, I'm seeing somebody who does multiple things. Like, they may work 2 jobs, but they also are making money from content, or they have a business on the side. They're doing a lot of stuff. And I think some of you may decide to hire someone this week, or you may decide to like get an assistant, or you may decide to like get somebody to help you out with what you're already doing so that you can focus on other things. More so that you can focus on your self-care, because 4 of Cups is all about reflection. It's all about introspection. And I think a lot of you guys really value that. You really value your time to be able to introspect. And I think with this fire ant energy, like with all of this busyness coming in from whatever it is that you're doing at work, I think that you're kind of losing that. And it's maybe contributed to a lot of stress that some of you may feel in your daily life. So properly kind of time managing your work is the advice this week. Even if that means you have to shell out a little bit of money to get a little bit of extra hands helping you on whatever project or endeavor you're pursuing. But I also kind of see the energy of a lot of past people coming back. with the fire ant? Like, okay, I'm getting the message that somebody here is about to go viral. The people who chose this group, even if you're not actively like creating content or you're not actively like developing a platform or a community, you may decide to do that in the future. Like, this is just coming up on your path. Like, I think the people who are in this reading are like destined for fame, destined for fortune, you know what I mean? Like, that life is for you. Out of all three groups, you guys are kind of like the star quality, the people with the star quality. And I feel like what's gonna happen is like somebody goes viral and it attracts a lot of people to you, especially a lot of people from your past. Okay, and I get the impression that some of these people may even be like upset, and like they may try to be like, oh, well, like you don't talk to me anymore, and like look at you now, like you go viral and suddenly like we don't exist anymore. But the truth is that these people never existed because they were never around before you went viral or before you had this big success, you know, before you started getting all of these clients or before you started developing yourself career-wise. None of these people were anywhere to be found. But it's like, now that you're successful, now that you're doing good, all of a sudden all these people want to be mad and they're coming at you trying to like make you feel guilty. So don't let anybody guilt trip you. That's the biggest piece of advice I can give you this week, is don't let anybody guilt trip you, because I feel like there's going to be some people who try to come into your life and guilt trip you this week. Don't let them do it. Call them out. Be like, where were you? If I were to ever become a celebrity, it's who are you into eternity. I don't care who the person is. I don't care how close we were. If they were not with me on my come up, if they were not with me when I was struggling, then it's who are you? And I did not know you. So I think that's kind of like who you guys are being this week. It's just like, who are you? Who are you again? You know, some of you may literally pretend not to remember somebody that you very much do remember. But again, it's like going back to this energy, like you may have some people who are kind of like upset and they're just like, oh, like, look at you. Like, you haven't hit me up in a while. Like, where have you been? Now look at you. You're all like a hot shot now. That's what I'm hearing, like a hot shot. And you're just like, where were you? Because now that I'm doing well, like all of a sudden you're here, you know? So just be mindful of that, guys. Like, keep an eye out for people like that, because I do feel like there's an energy of somebody who may try to kind of like come back around now that you're doing well. All right, be very, very, very contemplative. Contemplate everybody who comes into your reality after this big win, because some of you guys are having a big win. Okay, and I think this may happen before the end of the month. This big win may not be this week, but you're on the path to a big win, a really big win. Nine of Pentacles is pretty big. And it's going to kind of set the tone for you to be able to win big in something else, because the Nine of Pentacles isn't the 10 of Pentacles, but it's almost there. So whatever this big win is, it's setting you up so that you can get the 10 of Pentacles. It's setting you up so that you can get that full security, that full stability. I'm also seeing somebody who learns patience this week. Like, I think patience is a really big thing that a lot of you are going to be embracing or being called to embrace this week. Because you have the Four of Cups and the Three of Wands. If things seem like they're kind of dragging, it's because the universe is telling you to meditate. It's telling you to pause. You don't have to be so go, go, go all the time. Take 4 or 5 minutes to just breathe. Because I think some of you really need to just breathe. Because there's just so much going on. And some of you guys really need to disconnect with the people that you're associating with. Because I think a lot of you, like, you have a lot of people that distract you from your purpose. With the fire ant. All right, you have a lot of people that distract you from your purpose. They're not actively contributing to your highest self. I think these people, if anything, may even take you away from progress. And I think for some of you, you may have people that do it maybe not consciously, but they may unconsciously pull you away from your purpose because they don't want to see you do better than them. Because there's something that people sense about you. This legacy that you're building for yourself, people sense that in you. They know you're going to leave this legacy. And some people, they can't find that light within themselves. So it feels better for them to try to drag that light out of other people and keep them low. So if you have people in your life this week, guys, that you've been feeling have been kind of dragging you down and have kind of kept you from pursuing your purpose, drop them. Drop them. Because I'm even seeing somebody here who maybe makes fun of somebody. It's like you may tell them, like, you know, I can't wait until I'm a singer, or I can't wait until I'm a world famous actor. It's like you try to talk big dreams with this person and they just shoot you down. They're like, that's never gonna happen. Are you kidding me? Like, what is the odds of that actually happening? Like, it's very much an energy of like somebody who does not want to see you win. If you have people like this in your life, guys, like, cut them out. It is literally like a disease. These people are literally a disease, all right? And it's not that they're bad people. Their minds are just afflicted with lack mindset. And lack mindset is a disease. What happens when you put one moldy fruit next to a regular fruit in the fridge? The mold is eventually going to spread to the other fruit. Okay, it's the same thing with mindsets. Everything is energy, guys. Thoughts are energy. Mindsets are energy. When you associate with other people who have low vibrational mindsets, they begin to seep into your energy field. And a lot of the times you don't even notice it happening. So just keep that in mind this week, guys. Be very perceptive of who you're letting into your space, who you're letting into your energy, who you're allowing to bring into your peace. Because I think without these people, you're really at peace and like you know who you are and you're very confident. But it's like somebody here like has a group of people or just like maybe one other friend or a couple of other friends who make them question themselves. Those people are not for you. But that's what I'm seeing here, guys. If you'd like to book a personal reading, go ahead and check out my website down in the description box below. Also check out my Patreon and my TikTok, guys. All of that is in the description box below. And let me know how this reading resonated in the comment section. I would love to know. Thank you so much again, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.